Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I am bringing you a review on the WE Gas Blowback 1911. Now this is a 5.1 barrel, the 5.1 series. There is quite a few of them, and this is a HB government issue. Now what separates this from the standard 1911 is the cutouts in the grip, as you can see there, the magazine. Move that out. It's right through, and at the front of the slide. Now, also that separates this is the trigger guard. Now, this is slightly different trigger guard to most. It's a bit shorter and smaller, and you also have the skeleton trigger and the skeleton hammer at the back. Now, this is a single action pistol, which means that you have to cock back before you shoot. Now, as you see, there's a lot of M9s. You can just cock back and shoot straight away. Now, as you see, the hammer did work, but if there is an actual mag gas in it, it will not. I'll just show you now. So, the mag in, and if you cock back with the hammer, it won't work. You pull back on the slide. As you see, there is no BBs in there, so then you know. Right forward, now pull the trigger, and it will shoot back. As you can see, it's quite loud and has quite a nice kick to it. If you saw my previous video on the Glock 17, another WE gun, this has quite a bit more kick than that. It's a bit more metal on it, a bit stronger. Now everything on this gun is metal, apart from the grips here. These are plastic, and the WE logo, you can see that in gold. Quite nice, but it is plastic, I will admit that. Probably about roughly 70% of the internals are metal. I'll just take you into the internals now. Let's pull back on the slide here, push the pin out when you have that little middle notch, pull the rest of that out, and it all slides forward. Now, as you can see the internals there, just show you where the hop-up is. Just give me 1 second. That little black wheel, just where my thumb is pointing, is the hop-up. And it's a very good hop-up. You can adjust it quite ridiculously high. I would recommend not using this high setting, as most people would know. Pretty much everything on here is metal. There's a few rubber pads there for cushioning on the little buffer spring there. And you see the plastic loading nozzle. You remember always to keep that lubed up especially. Now, this, as I said, 5.1 barrel, and trademarks on this gun. There is a 45 ACP on the barrel, and that's about it, apart from the actual WE logo. On the other side here, you've got the hammer. You probably can't see much. See, there's the trigger working in there. And let's put it back together. Now, features on this gun has a adjustable rear sight. Just give me a moment to put this back in. Now, the sights aren't painted, so if you're using this in dark games, in the bush, as I do a lot of my games, it is a little harder to see, but I usually can get away with it. And it'll be quite easy to paint it yourself. As you can see there, it is adjustable for wind, and on the other side, one for elevation. Sorry. Now, it is a double cocking hammer here, which means that you can cock it halfway and it won't work, and you have to cock it fully back to shoot. So, which is good. So if you do cock the gun, you can just cock it halfway, and so you can use this if you're in your holster. So just to keep the gun extra safe, so it doesn't go off on you when you're running. So when you pull it out, you snap back and shoot, and it's all good. The safety on this gun, there's quite a few safety. You have your beaver tail safety, which most 1911s should have. Your standard side safety there, which just clicks in and clicks down. Now that is ambidextrous, so it is on both sides. A little downside to this gun I have is that there is a little wobbly. Now, I've found this on quite a few 1911s, on the Dragon. A friend of mine has. there's a bit loose, and he seemed to have actually lost his. So keep that in mind, try and tighten that up, or take it off. It is quite easy to take off if you can, so you don't lose it, depending, it's all up to you really. Now, there is no real official trademarks of a real 1911, apart from the ACP on top, but I mean, it's not really a trademark, more just a caliber number. I like the way they actually put the real caliber on the top, and didn't put like 6mm. Also, it has a little rail there. It's not a real tactical rail, technically it's not. It is a rail of such where you can put things. Also, it has 40mm counterclockwise thread on the front, of course, where it normally is. So it's very easy to put on silencers. You might need an adapter depending on what you're using, because it is a internal, not an external thread. And now this gun holds 32 rounds in the magazine. Just show you the magazine here. Now this is a mag that came with the gun. It's harder to find these separately. Now this is a silver plated, or when I say silver, it's more of a silver coated, and it has a thinner butt plate, as you can see. Most 5.1s have a bit thicker one that comes up to about here, especially on the Dragons. So as I said, it holds 32 rounds, and it's a double stack, as you can see, where it's thicker. I haven't really had any problem with this mag. I did have a leak on it when I first got it, but it seemed to have worked itself out without me having to do any work on it. A lot of mags are like that, and I do suggest only loading about 30 rounds into this, just so you don't, overfill it. You don't want to jam it up or anything. I've never had a problem with jamming with this gun, and yeah, so overall it's a very good gun, very skirmishable. The gas reservoir can take about almost 2 mags worth, which I think is pretty good, especially for pistols. They have less reservoir in them to hold enough gas. This holds, you can hold 30 rounds in this, so it's about the same as in, a low cap M4 mag, or a real cap I should say. So, that's very good. Very strong. This thing always feels very strong. As you see, there's a bit of wobble, but there's just the barrel inside. Oh, not the barrel, sorry, the slide a little roughly. But if anyone's really hold a real 1911, there is a little bit of give there, and this is very sturdy, very reliable, and no problem. The FPS on this is 350 to 380, so you are shooting quite high power out of a pistol, especially with a 5.1 barrel. I think it's shooting more towards the 350 though. I think it is the the 7-inch ones you get, they shoot pretty much dead on the 380, which is very powerful, so you will be shooting harder than some AEGs out there. Now, so that pretty much wraps up this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and please subscribe. I am trying to get more videos out there, especially for my first video, which is a long time ago, and I'm trying to get back into this. So please, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it really helped. And if you are in New Zealand and you are looking into airsoft and you're new, I'll be putting a description of where to buy some good airsoft products. The shop is ASGC. It's in Auckland City. If you're an Aucklander or live around Auckland, you might want to pop in down at the Strand in the city. But I'll be putting a link in the description below, so you can check that out. And if a lot of places in America or anywhere, you'll be able to find pretty much any WE pistols anywhere you go, whether it's Evike, Airsoft GI, Red Wolf. They should all sell these. So a very good pistol. In New Zealand, this retails about $180. It's well worth the money, and magazines cost $40. It's a little bit pricey, yes, but it's well worth it. It's great fun, great kick, very accurate I found, especially in outdoors. I recommend using about .23s in this, .25s, bare minimum .2s, but don't go anywhere the .15s. These will shatter in the barrel. So have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you want to ask any questions, feel free. And if you want me to review any guns, give me suggestions. If I can get my hands on them, I'll certainly do them.